Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The baseball world is buzzing with a rumor that has suddenly turned into reality, and nobody saw it coming. The Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants have reportedly completed a blockbuster trade, and the centerpiece of the deal is none other than Rafael Devers. Yes, you heard that right. Devers, the powerful slugger who has been a cornerstone for his team, is allegedly heading to the Dodgers. The timing of this move is what makes it so shocking. It feels like one of those stories that starts as a whisper and then explodes into the headlines, leaving fans stunned and analysts scrambling for explanations. What makes this even more intriguing is the role of Stan Kasten, the Dodgers' front office mastermind, who appears to have orchestrated the deal with a level of stealth that has left everyone speechless. If this is true, it would be one of the most significant shifts in recent baseball history, and it could reshape the balance of power in the league. The mere thought of Devers wearing Dodger blue is enough to send chills through rival fans and excitement through the Dodgers faithful. But before we get carried away, it is important to remember that this is still a rumor, even if it feels like a confirmed reality. The whispers started with small hints and anonymous sources, but the momentum has been growing so fast that it almost feels like the deal is already done. Some insiders claim that the Dodgers have been quietly negotiating for months, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Others suggest that the Giants were pressured by financial constraints and decided to cash in on a superstar before he reaches free agency. Either way, the idea of Devers switching coasts is one of those scenarios that seemed impossible until it suddenly wasn't. The Dodgers have been chasing a missing piece for a long time, and if this trade is real, it would signal that they are not afraid to go all in. The question now is whether the Giants will receive enough in return to justify losing a player of Devers' caliber. If the trade is confirmed, the reaction from both fan bases will be intense, and the media will be relentless in dissecting every detail. The biggest surprise in all of this is the name Stan Kasten, who has been portrayed as a calm and calculated executive, not someone who makes flashy moves. Yet the rumors suggest that he was the driving force behind the trade, pushing the Dodgers to pursue Devers aggressively. Kasten's reputation has always been built on smart decisions and long-term planning. But this move would be more than just smart. It would be bold, daring, and almost reckless in the best possible way. Some people are saying that Kasten wanted to send a message to the entire league. The Dodgers are not content with being good. They want to be legendary. And what better way to prove that than by acquiring one of the most feared hitters in the game? If this is true, it would change the Dodgers' offensive strategy overnight. Devers brings a combination of power and consistency that can transform a lineup, making it harder for pitchers to find a rhythm. But rumors like this also bring questions that are hard to ignore. For example, how does this impact the Dodgers' payroll and long-term plans? Devers is not just a star player. He is also a significant financial commitment, and the Dodgers are already known for their high payroll. If the trade is real, the Dodgers must have found a way to manage the financial strain without sacrificing future flexibility. It could mean that other moves are coming, perhaps to clear space or to balance the roster. The Giants, on the other hand, may be seen as a team that is willing to rebuild or pivot in a new direction. Trading away a player like Devers could signal a shift in philosophy or simply a recognition that now is the right time to get value in return. The speculation alone is enough to fuel endless debates among fans, and the uncertainty adds a level of drama that only makes the rumor more captivating. There is also the human element, the part that makes sports stories feel alive. Rafael Devers is not just a name on a roster. He is a personality, a leader, and a player with a legacy that is still being written. The thought of him leaving the Giants, a team with a rich history and passionate fan base, is emotionally charged. Giants fans will likely feel betrayed, even if the trade is justified, because Devers has been a symbol of hope and power. Meanwhile, Dodgers fans will be dreaming of championships and postseason dominance, imagining Devers as the missing piece that finally pushes them over the edge. It is the kind of story that makes you want to watch every game because the stakes suddenly feel higher. The rumor has already sparked a wave of social media reactions, with fans sharing their theories, creating memes, and arguing about the possible consequences. The internet is alive with speculation, and every new piece of information feels like a spark that could ignite a wildfire. Finally, we have to consider the impact on the rivalry itself. Dodgers and Giants have one of the most intense rivalries in sports, and a trade like this would add a new chapter to that story. It would be like a shockwave passing through the league, changing the dynamics of every matchup between the two teams. The rivalry would no longer be just about pride and history. It would be about strategy, ownership decisions, and the raw emotion of seeing a star player switch sides. If the rumor is true, it could also influence the way other teams approach their own roster decisions. The idea that a franchise is willing to make such a bold move might inspire others to take risks. The baseball world is watching, waiting for confirmation, and wondering what the next move will be. In the meantime, the rumor continues to spread, growing more believable with each passing hour, and the excitement is building to a fever pitch. If this trade is indeed confirmed, the Dodgers lineup will become one of the most feared in baseball, and the pressure on opposing pitchers would increase dramatically. Rafael Devers is known for his ability to change the game with a single swing, and adding him to an already powerful roster could make the Dodgers almost unstoppable. Imagine the lineup depth, the constant threat of a home run, and the way the Dodgers could dictate the pace of the game. It would also force other teams to rethink their pitching strategies, because Devers is not the type of hitter you can ignore. He demands attention, and the Dodgers would benefit from the distraction he creates. The speculation about how the team will adjust defensively is also intense, because Devers is a first baseman who brings energy and intensity to the field. The Dodgers would have to decide how to optimize their defense while maximizing his offensive output. It is the kind of decision that could define a season, and the rumor has already started to shape the narrative around the Dodgers' future. On the other side, the Giants would be entering a new era if they truly trade Devers away. Fans would be forced to accept that the team is making a calculated decision, and the organization would need to present a clear vision for the future. The rumors suggest that the Giants might be looking to rebuild or to invest in younger talent, and trading Devers could provide the resources needed for that transition. However, the emotional impact of losing a star player cannot be ignored. Giants fans have been loyal and passionate, and the loss of Devers will be felt deeply. The organization would need to handle the situation carefully, ensuring that fans understand the reasoning behind the move. The rumor has already sparked debates about the Giants' long-term strategy and whether they are willing to sacrifice short-term success for future potential. The speculation is intense because the Giants' decisions could influence the direction of the entire franchise for years to come. One of the most intriguing aspects of this rumor is the question of what the Giants would receive in return. In blockbuster trades, the return package often includes a mix of prospects, established players, and draft picks. The speculation is that the Dodgers would need to offer a significant package to convince the Giants to part with Devers. Some analysts believe that the Giants would demand multiple top prospects, as well as a proven pitcher or two. Others think that the Dodgers might include a combination of players that would immediately strengthen the Giants' roster. The uncertainty adds to the excitement, because nobody knows exactly what the final deal would look like. The rumor is fueled by the possibility that the Dodgers could be willing to give up more than expected, simply to secure a superstar. If that is true, it would demonstrate the organization's determination to win now, even if it means sacrificing future assets. There's also the question of how the trade would affect the clubhouse atmosphere on both teams. Devers is not just a great player. He is a presence in the locker room, a leader who sets the tone. His departure from the Giants could leave a gap that is difficult to fill. The Giants would need to find new leaders, and the team's identity could shift as a result. For the Dodgers, the addition of Devers could bring a new dynamic, but it could also create challenges in terms of chemistry. The Dodgers have a roster full of stars, and integrating another high-profile player could require careful management. The rumors suggest that the Dodgers believe they can handle this, and that the potential rewards outweigh the risks. The way the clubhouse responds could ultimately determine whether the trade is a success. If the team can maintain unity and focus, the addition of Devers could be the spark that leads to a championship run. Another layer to this story is the pressure on Kasten and the Dodgers front office. If the trade is confirmed, Kasten will be praised by some as a genius, but criticized by others for taking a huge risk. The rumor implies that Kasten is willing to gamble on the idea that Devers can be the difference maker the Dodgers need. It is a bold statement about the team's ambitions, and it sends a message to the league that the Dodgers are not afraid to pursue greatness. Yet the pressure is immense because the expectations will rise instantly. Fans will demand results, and any failure will be blamed on the decision to trade for Devers. The rumor adds a dramatic tension to the story, because it frames Kasten as the central figure in a high-stakes gamble. The outcome of this move could define his legacy, and the pressure to succeed will be relentless. Finally, we must consider the ripple effects across the league. A trade of this magnitude would not only affect the Dodgers and Giants, but also the entire competitive landscape. Other teams would be forced to react, possibly making their own bold moves to keep pace. The rumor has already sparked speculation about how other teams might respond, and whether this will trigger a domino effect of major trades. The idea of Devers joining the Dodgers is enough to shift the balance of power, and it could make the Dodgers the team everyone fears. Meanwhile, the Giants would be left to rebuild and redefine their identity, which could lead to an exciting new chapter in their history. The rumor continues to spread, and the baseball world is holding its breath, waiting for confirmation. Until then, fans can only imagine the possibilities and wonder what the future holds for both franchises. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. If the rumor is true, the Dodgers fan base is already imagining the postseason fireworks. The thought of Rafael Devers stepping up to the plate in a crucial moment, with the crowd roaring and the pressure at its highest, is the kind of scenario that makes fans lose sleep in the best way possible. Devers has that rare ability to change the energy of a game with one swing, and the Dodgers will be gaining not just a hitter, but a momentum machine. The speculation is that the Dodgers are building a lineup that can withstand any pitching staff, and Devers fits perfectly into that vision. Yet the biggest question remains: can the Dodgers keep their composure under the weight of heightened expectations? Fans are already dreaming of a championship, and that kind of hope can quickly turn into disappointment if things don't go as planned. The rumor has created a kind of emotional roller coaster, where excitement and anxiety coexist, and the anticipation is almost unbearable. Meanwhile, the Giants would be dealing with a completely different kind of pressure. Trading away a player like Devers would mean accepting that the team is entering a new phase, and that phase may not include immediate success. The rumors suggest that the Giants might be willing to take a step back in order to move forward, focusing on young talent and long-term development. This kind of strategy can be painful for fans, especially when it involves losing a star player who has been a symbol of hope. Yet it can also be inspiring, because it signals a willingness to rebuild with purpose rather than cling to the past. The speculation is that the Giants are preparing for a future where they can compete sustainably, even if it means enduring a few tough seasons. The rumor adds a layer of drama to the team's narrative, turning what could have been a simple trade into a pivotal moment in franchise history. And then there is the media frenzy that would follow a trade of this magnitude. Rumors like this don't just change the teams involved. They dominate headlines, fuel endless debates, and become the story of the season. Every analyst would have an opinion, and every fan would feel compelled to share theirs, turning social media into a battlefield of predictions and arguments. The rumor itself becomes a character in the story, evolving with every new detail and growing more believable with each passing hour. If the trade is confirmed, the coverage would be relentless, and the spotlight would stay on the Dodgers and Giants for weeks. The pressure on the players would increase, because every performance would be scrutinized through the lens of the trade. The rumor has already sparked a wave of speculation, and even if it turns out to be false, The mere possibility has changed the conversation around both teams. It is the kind of story that reminds us why we love sports. Because the drama is real, the stakes feel enormous, and the future is always uncertain. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.